I feel honored and blessed. That was such a great opportunity. Every time Bud Light touches anything like sports, UFC, for instance, anything, they turn anything to gold. They've been like one of the premier sponsors of anything, any genre, whatever it is. So I'm very honored to be part of it, just to even be nominated to it. I'm just very blessed for that opportunity. They they approached me, I would say, like a week ago about the idea, and there was no brainer. I was like, when do I start? Let's just do it. Basically, they need an all-star for every genre of games in esports. So I was lucky enough to be nominated in fighting games. I think I've done enough to be at least nominated, right? So I was very honored for that. So I think what happens is that if you ever get voted in as the premier Bud Light All-Star, apparently your life is going to change. And
if I'm not mistaken, they're going to produce content around you and follow you in your day in your life and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm going to have my like a web series, whatever, and they're going to follow me all over the place. Apparently, I'm going to fly first class wherever I go, and with a limo, whatever. It's like a whole shebang.
That's if you win.
Yes. That's for anybody who wins the honor of being a Bud Light premier All-Star,
But the question is, so people see it, and who's on the list? It's you, of course.
Yes.
That makes sense. We have Christy. He's been in the news recently.
Okay.
We have 801 Strider. He's been on the scene. He got picked up. And Jace the Ace.
Yes.
What's your initial take on that lineup?
First of all, I no disrespect. I know they're very good gamers and very good players also. They've been around the scene for so long, and I actually like those guys. But as far as following, they're not up there when it comes to following. They're not that popular. So I don't think they were the best candidate for nomination, because this is like basically whoever could promote Bud Light or esports or fighting games in general to the general public. So it wasn't about like, how good are you a gamer are you, your accolades, whatever. It's usually about that. And they lack in the following aspect, like personality and having a great following, to present or give back to Bud Light. I know that like 801 Strider, Jace the Ace, and Christy were, I think, the second or third choices, to be honest. The second round, okay, or third round. They weren't the first choices. The first choices were the obvious. You guys know, like, the EG guys. It was supposed to be like, at least the EG guys and myself. Or potentially, somebody, it's mostly EGs and myself. And there's a lot of conflict with sponsor contracts that doesn't enable them to participate in a lot of things. Even though Bud Light has been reaching out and wanted to do it, but the contract has been made like years before, so their hands were tied. So it's one of those things. It's a sad thing, but I would at least try to do my best to hopefully win and get as much votes as I can, and maybe represent the fighters in the Bud Light All-Stars. So
you told me before the interview that this is basically set up for you to win.
Yes. If you have, let's say it's a tier list, right? I'm basically the S tier list of, the lineup. I'm supposed to win based on the metrics, how much followers, accomplishments, known worldwide. I'm supposed to win. I'm a big favorite, but a lot of crazier things has happened in this world. Sometimes people just don't get it, So I'm not going to be too cocky or too overconfident, because this is like, at the end of the day, is whoever votes for who, right? So this is big for the FGC. Like, just for Bud Light to even bother looking at this community. The fact that we are growing enough for Bud Light to even pay attention. Now, just think about it. Other beverages companies, other companies that's not even, like for instance, one of my sponsors, Geico Gaming. They're car insurance in general. They're to esports, Now you got Bud Light. Like, what else could it be? Could be Nike. There's actually boot camps out there that's doing mental and physical training for esports, so they could correlate sports and esports athletes.
That's right.
One. So now sports sponsors could finally tap into esports, like Nike, Reebok, etc.
So esports is here.
We're getting there, what I'm saying? But it's very promising for the future, for the next generation of gamers. I'm happy just to even be part of the beginning,
You've been putting in the work.
Yes.
If you follow the conversations about sponsored and unsponsored players, some people say that some people are deserving of
Yes.
sponsorships and some people are not, and that's why
Yeah.
they don't have them. Let me just get your take in general on who deserves to be sponsored. All right, I'm just going to put out and say that we're talking about Arturo Sanchez. People
Yes,
say, what's up
yes.
with Art? Like, why hasn't he been signed?
That's a very hard thing to even like think about because to be honest, most of the players that get sponsored, they're from the West Coast. If you just think about that, West Side. Like for instance, let me give you like Pierre Bark, one of the best gamers in the world, hands down. He wasn't getting any sponsors when he was in the East Side. He moved to NorCal. Then after 2 months, he got signed by EG. You know, and Chris G wasn't getting sponsors in the East Coast. He came here and he got sponsored. I don't know if he's still sponsored right now, but probably not. But mostly the players get sponsored in the West Side because most of the companies are here, and so on. With Arturo, I think it has something to do with how he presents himself, how well he would dress up in events. I think maybe he's not focused enough in just the overall gaming aspect because he's still busy streaming and trying to work because that's his side job. He needs to make money for himself. So I guess he's not fully full-time pro gamer. That's probably why. And I think he's an amazing gamer. He got a lot of slack from our Capo, obviously, for wanting to get a sponsor. I think that's one thing. Like, don't beg for a sponsor out there. I don't know what happened. I just what I heard or what I read, and he asked for a sponsor on stream like that. He doesn't. I don't think it works like that. Usually, you talk to them privately, email. Send a couple emails and hopefully set up a business call. Then from the business call, maybe this is what I would like, and they would do you counter until you guys reach an agreement. It's never like through Twitter or to a video like, hey guys, I need a sponsor. It's a different way to when you want to get a sponsor, you send like a portfolio or your resume or what you want, a presentation, neat one, and that's how you get into business. Like you think like a big company would be like, yeah, I shoot a video. Yeah, you timelined it. It's like the 8th minute mark. This guy wants to sponsor. It doesn't usually work like that, Usually like set a business call. You talk to, the associates. Here's my, my email. I would like to get to this person, yada, yada. It's not that easy, So.
I mean, to hear you describe it, it's actually very difficult. And,
Yes.
The idea
And I've done
of-
that. I've done that hard grind. As much as like I've been so unprofessional in cameras, or in gaming, but that's a different side. That's like Filipino champ side. But being Ryan, as a pro gamer, as a professional, you need to do something else, like to get a sponsor. And like how are you gonna attract big companies to even bother looking at you if you can't even send a proper email or a presentation, a portfolio? That's very important to show that you have a professional side in you.
Yeah, I had to bring it up. You mentioned, even though on occasion you've, by all means, take a sip, on some occasions people have thought, man, look at this guy, what a jerk on stream.
Yes,
right?
and I love that.
Right. It's worked to your advantage, right?
Yes,
and you've
definitely.
been smart about how to manage that.
Yes.
That being said, was it Red Bull that recently put out an article about KBR saying the new wave of the gods of Marvel?
Oh, you know what? With KBR, I got nothing bad to say to him. When he beat me in Winter Bowl, I actually grabbed the mic and said, he was the better man yesterday when I beat him. When I beat him, how he carried himself, and he was a better man today because he beat me in the tournament. I got nothing bad to say. He's won 3 out of the last 4 majors of Marvel. He won Winter Ball. He didn't get out of pools in final round. Then he won Northwest Majors. Then he won West Coast Warzone by beating Chris G, Ray, and me. The only person that he hasn't beat yet is Justin Wong in grand finals. If he done that, he's instantly God status. I think right now he's instantly God status. Sure, some people could argue, well, where was he in the first 4 years of the game? He is now in the 5th and 6th year of the game. Now he just showed up like that. That's not his problem. That's my problem. That's Chris G. Justin's problem or Ray's problem. That we were inactive. We were focusing on a different game. But as far as Marvel 3 is concerned, he's putting work undisputedly. Like right now, to be honest with you, he might be rank 1. Just activity and results. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about skill wise because that's out of the question because you can never prove that. You know who's better, but results wise, what matters? He might be number one.
That's Marvel, a scene that's shrinking. Although Panda did just pick up, is it Marlon Pie or Ray Ray? That's from
Ray
Marvel?
Ray.
Ray's from Marvel.
Yes.
And you picked up Marlon Pie for Guilty
Guilty
Gear.
Gear, yes.
How do you feel about that?
Panda Gaming has gotten so big in the last year. We have Big in Smash. We have esports team for Heroes of the Storm. We got Street Fighter, Guilty Gear, and Marvel. Basically, they just want to have a pro gamer for each game that would be in the main stage for Evo. Hopefully Marlon Pie makes it top 8 and Ray Ray makes it to top 8 for Marvel. So it's just a good variety of like pro gamers in every game, right? So we have Coach Steve for Pokken. So I think it's a pretty good balance. It's not like we brought in 8 people for one. It's only one person, for each game. So I guess it's not so bad. I think it's a pretty good investment, to be honest.
That makes a ton of sense. You're probably going to be on stream all day on Sunday, right?
And they're really working hard, to make it worth it for our sponsors as well, So I think it's a pretty good idea, in my opinion.
But of course, you're focusing on Street Fighter 5.
Yes. I love Marvel. It's in my heart, in my DNA, and it's one of the. I put in 4.5 years of my life to that game, and it's still in my heart. And it just sucks that it's just dying. We had like 38 people in Northwest Majors. West Coast Warzone, we had like 42 or something, and Street Fighter has like 380 or 360 for both events. So it's one of those. It just sucks, They get 10% of the entries of whatever Street Fighter gets. So I think as a professional, it's not worth my time to invest on something that I just love because I actually love Street Fighter. I didn't think I would have loved Street Fighter if Dawson was in the game because I actually love playing my character, so it makes it fun for me. To put my passion to the game. But at least this time around, it's more rewarding if I do make it to the top,
Street Fighter 5, Capcom Pro Tour. How do you feel you're doing so far? Let's get some hot takes from F-Champ here on your personal performance and other people's performances.
CPT is so difficult. Aside from Infiltration, Taquito, everybody else is going up and down, Right now I'm currently ranked 10 in CPT points worldwide, and I'm ranked 5 in North America. So I started with a slump at the start. I was like not getting out of pools, 9th place, 17th place, and then now I'm getting 5th, then I get 3rd, then I got 3rd. So I have a progress chart, and I write my results on how I lost, what character I lost to. I got put homeworks and stuff. I really put a chart on how to improve myself and watch videos of me losing over and over again. Because even when I win, how I won, did I win sloppy? Was it perfect? Like, did I win perfectly? Obviously not. So there's more stuff that I could work on. I like getting better, like, incrementally, Like, I do, like, those little steps to get better, and hopefully I could reach perfection someday. That's the goal. I might not get there, but at least I might be close to it, So that's my goal. And, yeah, I'm very confident that I will make it to CPT. I knew they need 32 players anyway, so I think I'm around there, But I would love to get to a higher seeding. It gives me more confidence that I was able to seed higher.
So you'll be there at the Capcom Cup. We can see you there.
Yes, I'll do my hardest for sure.
I mean, there's a lot of matches. There's a lot of tournaments to go.
I'm going to all of them, so. For sure, I'm gonna get 2nd, 3rd, randomly get 4th, 5th, or 1st sometimes. I would pile up those points and get a shoe into Capcom Cup.
Of course, guys like Justin are showing why they are who they are, right?
Justin Wong is probably the 2nd greatest gamer of all time, of any game. Taquito is number 1 of all time.
Okay.
Of all games, like of all fighting games. I mean, like Taquito won a Tekken tournament. Soul Calibur, we got 2nd at Evo in King of Fighters. Like, he won Marvel Majors, Marvel 3. He is Street Fighter, like, cross Tekken. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about like those two are 1 and 2 overall in all fighting games, not just Street Fighter, in everything. So not surprising that Justin is dominating the United States.
And Taquito's also up there.
Yes, definitely.
Some guys that we don't see up there, like Snake Eyes, for example.
I spoke to him.
Yeah, okay. You spoke to Snake Eyes about it?
Yes, I talked to Snake Eyes. Even though it looks like we have a Twitter beef, we actually don't. We just have his rivalry. like a friendly rivalry. We've been doing this in Rising Thunder and Street Fighter 4. We just talk shit like that. But we don't really hate each other. But we actually talk, and the guy's so sick and so good. Like I've never seen anybody like that good playing a grappler. Like he's just a natural. It's just amazing to me. And it gives me goosebumps just to even think about how good Snake Eye's grappling skills are. And I talked to him. It's like, dude, what's going on, man? You need to get a top 8 soon. You can't be getting 16th, losing first round, getting 17th or 32. You're a professional. You're a professional. You need to win or place good and eventually win later. Place good, then eventually win later. Come on, man. You got to kick some ass, And he told me, man, it's been rough with my character because, Zangief is not that strong. I've been trying to figure out, so that's why I've been dabbing with Ryu and Alex. And I told him, dude, if there's one person in this world that could make Zangief work and everybody else might not make him work, it should be you. You should find a way to make him work. I know you can, and that's why he's been trying Zangief, And I think he can do it. He just needs to find it. Or maybe we could call Combo Fiend. Like, yo, maybe we could switch it up a little bit.
Last question, just because it's a hot topic these days. The Trinity, the Ken Trinity.
Oh, man, they're so strong. Those guys, like, fighting 3 brains. Like, they see before the tournament, they play each other. They switch characters and stuff. After the tournament, they play each other. They go have lunches, dinners. They stay in the same hotel. They text each other. They train. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Call each other.
Yeah, call each other. They go to every tournament together. It's like, dude, this is like more than like being just bros. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just ridiculous. The amount of training they got. They help out each other in matchups. They figure it out. So I think overall, a lot of people could look at that negative or positive, but I think that's just really good work ethic. That's how you win. Really good work ethic. So I give them mad respect, and I actually like those guys. As far as Ken being so dominant lately, Ken won CPT in Thailand. ATA. Ken Momochi beat Infiltration last night at Street Fighter 5 Crash. Ken won Texas Showdown. Ken won West Coast Warzone. Ken got 2nd and 5th and 7th in Northwest Majors. So a lot of Japanese said that Ryu's the best. Chun-Li's 2nd, and Ken is 3rd. So makes sense.
When are you picking up Ken?
No, it's not my style. I stay true to my character. I do play Nash, so I might play Nash from now on against Ken because it's too hard to play that with Dawson. So don't be surprised.
Anything I didn't ask you about that you want to mention?
Oh, no, I think I said everything, but shout out to the fans. Please vote for me if you guys, it was too late. But, follow me at FChamp Ryan, and shout out to my sponsor, Panda Global Gaming. And thank you, Daily Dot.